video games are obviously the lifeblood of video game consoles, and of course we're in the middle of a situation where obviously we're going to have, you know, pandemics and all this kind of stuff. So it doesn't really come as a huge surprise to me that, you know, what we end up dealing with are a lack of like big first party titles, a lack of titles in general. I mean, I think this might be the furthest we've ever gone in terms of in the year that we've had to wait for any kind of confirmation on the next Call of Duty or anything like that. Obviously the pandemic playing, just wreaking havoc, if you will, on everything, and it's just, you know, it's a bad thing, you know, and it's really something that I think obviously, you know, as gamers we're all gonna sit there and go, well, you know, it does suck or whatever, but I do hope to see that, you know, we might get some good news before too long. And now, you know, if you guys didn't know, there's always some type of news or something where, and these aren't even insiders because they're like playtesters or people that are, you know, that quite possibly have a some kind of, they're not what I consider insiders, but they playtest or they get different types of, you know, capabilities to play these games behind the scenes or fill out surveys or things like that about what's coming up, and this is exactly what that's about, and it does speak volumes. Now, first of all, I want to say that this is still a rumor, so we don't really know if it's a rumor or when it's going to come about or how it's going to come about, but it should be very interesting nonetheless, and I'm very excited to kind of talk about this. I want to get into it right now. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out the channel, the best way to do it, a simple like. That's honestly the best way, and so much appreciated. You guys have no idea what that means to me, so thank you guys very much for rocking out with me and just being amazing people. So now we get all kinds of rumors and things like that, but according to this, and I'm going to link this in the description, you guys can feel free to check it out and judge for yourself. Sony is said to announce, and I know we've heard this before, and so my take on it is going to be very interesting. Sony said to announce Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill game, quote, very soon. You know, again, fans of Hideo Kojima should expect to be quite happy with Sony's future announcements, according to an industry insider who spoke to this site. According to the source, trust me, dude, the abandoned real-time experience teaser trailer is all that fans want it to be, plus a whole lot more. Not one of the major players in the gaming industry, including Sony, Konami, and Kojima, has issued an official statement refuting the conspiracy theory that the mysterious new playable teaser with the working title Abandoned is in fact a new Silent Hill game. The holder of the intellectual property rights, Konami, even fueled the fire by liking a comment that claimed the Abandoned was a brand new Silent Hill game on their official merchandise Instagram account. Konami, the company that owns the intellectual property rights, even added fuel again by not refuting it in any way, shape, or form, which is something that obviously you know, they would do. The little-known developer behind the seemingly out of the blue Blue Box Game Studios further aggravated the situation by tweeting an image for the upcoming real-time experience that included a blurry picture of a person wearing an eye patch, leading fans to believe that he was attempting to tease a connection with renowned Japanese game designer Hideo Kojima. And then earlier last month, a source claiming to be closely associated with Sony alleged that Blue Box Game Studios was a small developer that was absorbed by PlayStation Studios and was originally supposed to work on Silent Hills before the game was canceled in 2015. Instead, the source said they ended up working on a VR expansion until Dawn. According to a source close to Sony, the small developer Blue Box Game Studios was again something that is actually part of PlayStation Studios. Again, like, listen, I'm reading this, you know, news off of a site, but the interesting thing here is, when have you ever seen like a small indie game get this kind of shine, like on all the sites, and everybody's talking about it, Jeff Keighley, and you know, it's just weird to me that this game and this developer who is so like mysterious, and before you jump out and go, well, Kojima's working on an Xbox game or whatever, that could be true, but what's to say he can't work on multiple things at a time? You know, like, he's a studio, he has a studio, they could be hiring more people or have hired more people. I mean, obviously they were working on the director's cut of Death Stranding anyway, so you know, we'll have to see how this works out. After revealing that Sony are also working on a Metal Gear Solid game, the source went on to say, regardless, the conspiracy theories are spot on. Sony is trying to tease a Silent Hill game as well. The footage we saw is actually of Silent Hill's game that was revealed in 2014 and later abandoned in 2015. Sony are using one of their disbanded in-house studios, Blue Box Gaming Studios, to promote the game via an augmented reality game. However, shortly after publishing the articles, Kojima Productions released an official trailer for Death Stranding Director's Cut, which the source claimed was an actual teaser for upcoming PlayStation 5 exclusive Metal Gear Solid 5 game. Or excuse me, Metal Gear Solid game, not 5. Naturally, they reached out for comment. I'm certain that the Death Stranding Director's Cut tease was a Metal Gear Solid reveal, just as I'm certain that Abandon is a Silent Hill game. I know this is all confusing, but when you see how Kojima intends to bring things together, it will make a lot of sense. Fans can expect exciting news about their favorite franchises very soon, I promise, the source responded. The Abandoned Real-Time Experience trailer can be preloaded from the PlayStation Store exclusively on the PlayStation 5 today and will reportedly go live on August 10th. According to the game designers Hassan Kahraman, the real-time app will be updated regularly throughout the year with more footage. So it sounds like a bunch of bull sense and crap to me. I don't know, like there's something weird about it, but I think at the end of the day, like my take is that it's just this guy trying to piggyback and make it seem like, you know, what they're doing is Kojima related or Silent Hill related or whatever, just to try to spark interest. And if you're doing an indie game, that's not exactly a bad thing to do. I think that's a very smart thing to do, and obviously something to, you know, get people to get excited over something like that, you know, being that it's just a small type of game or what have you. So yeah, that is something that I think a lot of people are obviously talking about. They're going to continue to talk about, and you know, we'll have to see how that kind of works out in the long run. I think it's very smart to do that. Is that actually going to happen? I don't know, but we do have a little bit of more surprising information about this, which is, I guess, kind of surprising to me for multiple reasons. And one of the reasons why this is surprising to me is because nobody's really talking about it, but there's new surveys from PlayStation that mention Silent Hill and Metal Gear and Bloodborne. So if you guys don't know, if you're like take part of this group or whatever, you actually get the chance to answer surveys about what you want to see future wise on the platform and things like that. And you know, it's very smart to do that, so you get an idea of where your fans stand and what they want to see most and things like that. And like, these are all part of internal metrics that, you know, a lot of these companies use. Like, it's not just Sony obviously, but a lot of these companies use these types of metrics. And I think that it's just very smart to do that, because you can see where your fan base pretty much is at with their mindsets and things like that. For me personally, I think that it's a good move, and to be talking about these games are obviously games that a lot of people have been talking about for a very long time. So it makes a lot of sense. I mean, people really like Metal Gear. We haven't seen anything from Metal Gear in a very, very long time. So obviously getting something out there that would, you know, fill that kind of void or whatever. So it's heavily rumored that we're going to be seeing the Metal Gear game from, which would actually end up coming about from you know, from the actual you know, studio that you know, Blue Point, that they've done a lot of remakes and stuff like that. That was heavily rumored. They did that a couple of years ago themselves through one of their tweets where they were talking about different things, and people kind of surmised that they were doing a Demon Souls remake, and possibly maybe a Siphon Filter remake, or maybe even a sort of remake on something else like Metal Gear. So yeah, I think that would be pretty kick-ass, and obviously that's something that I think a lot of people would love to see. I know I personally would, because I think that would be a fantastic franchise to kind of bring back and to, you know, reintroduce to people. Hell, I would honestly love to see something along the lines of you know, Metal Gear Solid 4 brought back, or remastered or something. That's such a good game that, like, people obviously haven't had the chance to play it a long time, and you know, I just feel like it would be very smart for them to go out there and do that and get fans excited over that franchise again. And it would behoove Konami as well. So hopefully that's going to be something that we see before too long. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Sony's own kind of things hint at this as well, or is it just all nonsense? I think you guys will probably have some very conflicting ideas about it, obviously. So let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Fact 'em up, rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.